went to the coaling plant. Along the way, he met Rusty. You know, he said, if I couldn't see these familiar faces and places, I'd think I was on a different railway. You've done wonders with these rails. Rusty laughed. I'm glad you're pleased. Manager said, let's mend the track so well he won't know where he is. And we did. And you didn't, if you take my meaning. Scarlowy liked this hard-working diesel. There's still one bad bit, warned Rusty. Just before the first station, an engine might come off there, particularly Duncan. He will rock and roll along the line. Look at him right now. I shouldn't like his passengers hurt. Quit about me. I'm a plain-speaking engine and I believe in plain speaking. Speak up. Rusty warned Duncan about the bad bit of line. Huh? Grunted Duncan. I know my way about. I don't need smelly diesels to tell me what to do. Rusty felt hurt. Steamies and diesels came from all over the island. The coaling plant was very busy. The plant manager was surprised. Why are all the engines here at the same time? He wondered. So he went to telephone the Fat Controller. The Fat Controller was sitting down to eat his cream bun, but then the telephone rang. The plant manager told him all about the engines. I'll be there at once, said the Fat Controller. The engines were waiting to start the meeting, but Thomas was missing. I'm sure he will be here soon, said Mavis. Thomas was racing through the countryside. He puffed as fast as he could. But he had a long way to go. Must get to the coaling plant, must get to the coaling plant, panted Thomas. The diesel engines didn't want to wait for Thomas. Trust the steamy to be late, grumbled Harry. This whole mess is the steamy's fault, grouched Bert. No, it's not, Percy huffed crossly. The diesel engine started it. This made the diesels cross. Maybe we should teach the steamies a lesson, said Harry. Thomas finally puffed into the coaling plant. He blew his whistle, and all of the engines went quiet. Steamies and diesels need to work together, chuffed Thomas. We don't want to work with stinky steamies, oiled Diesel. We don't want to work with dirty diesels either, puffed James. If the airport doesn't open, it will be bad for all the engines, puffed Thomas. Both steam engines and diesel engines need passengers and freight to be useful. All of the engines agreed. They knew that Thomas was right, and they all wanted the airport to open.
These little engines to help me with salty.
Watch out, Gordon wished. You'll get my paint all sooty. Pulling trucks is a sooty job, T-Salty, but then you wouldn't know. Of course not, Gordon huffed importantly. Express engines don't pull trucks. It wouldn't be dignified. Dignified, puzzled Percy. What's that? Dignified, Gordon corrected. It means someone's too big for his buffers, T-Salty. Ah, said Gordon, and he puffed away.
Rainy day. This is the Grand Prix. This ornament returned in the public. From an Acer E processing has your TV camera. This camera is home. Home. Oh. Explode. It's another car and another. One Acer trying to test our tires. Me and Guido having the same. All day long, I can tell like a little ranchers.
Peter, Sam and Rusty often worked together. One day, Rusty helped Peter Sam to a water tower. And once there, whistled goodbye. Peter Sam felt much better after his long drink, but the trucks were bored. Let's break away, they giggled. Their loads were heavy and the couplings old. One snap. Faster, faster! Shouted the trucks. A sign read, slow, steep bends and ravine ahead. But the silly trucks never saw it. Then it was too late. Peter Sam arrived at the scene of the disaster. His driver sighed. This was our fault, we didn't secure them properly. We'll have to get help to pull them out. The Fat Controller will be very annoyed. And he was. You will shunt trucks in the yards till I can trust you again. Duncan was delighted with Peter Sam's dilemma. Fancy no securing your trucks on a hill. They'll come back to spook you in your special funnel. Woo-hoo-hoo. And who's to say that you're not afraid of ghosts, snapped Rusty. Pah, ghosts. Things that go bump in the night are rubbish. Well, I'll tell you a story that'll make your funnel quiver, Rusty said. A long time ago, a little engine was returning home. It was a misty moonlit night. As the engine crossed the old iron bridge, he suddenly lost control and plunged over the side into the swamps below. He was never found again. But many a workman will tell you that when the moon is full, they have seen the little engine trying to get home, but he never reaches the other side. So what do you think of that, Duncan? Ah, nonsense, replied Duncan, and he puffed away. Never mind him, Peter Sam. He'd be frightened if he really saw a ghost. This gave Peter Sam's driver an idea. Let's play a trick on Duncan. The next day, he spoke to Duncan's driver and fireman, who agreed. We'll do it tonight, they said. Duncan had to take coal trucks to the slate mines, and then bring slate trucks back. Duncan's driver decided as part of the plan to cross the old iron bridge. Haunted bridge, pa, snorted Duncan. It's as tame as a pet rabbit. But all the same, he kept thinking about Rusty's story. When dusk fell, he was keen to leave. If we don't go now, Scarlet will take my favourite place in the sheds. We can't go back until we've collected all the trucks, his driver replied. He could see their plan was working because Duncan was nervous. When night fell, they set off. The moon was full, and the mists were rising around the old iron bridge. Duncan whistled, and the sound echoed everywhere. Then ahead, he saw flickering lights. His driver knew they were only little insects that shine brightly at night, but to Duncan, they looked like an engine. Next, his driver secretly threw a rock from the cab into the ravine below.
It's the ghost! Take me back, please!
When Duncan reached the safety of his shed, he closed his eyes tightly. Spooked, are you, Duncan? Laughed his driver.
No! Wailed Duncan. I'm asleep!
And refused to open his eyes. He did, though, when he thought his driver wasn't looking, just to make sure that he was still there.